Hey guys, Uberodius here, back with more Fallout. So, Garrett has given us our reward, which turned out to be a couple of bottles of Nuka-Cola, some flares, and 50 caps. However, there was also a fridge here that I unlocked that had a shotgun and 40 shells in it, and I've given both of them to Tycho. So now, we are going back to the vault. Oh, yeah. Spoilers, although not very big spoilers. There's a vault here, that's where they were getting their water from before. We're going down into it to get the water chip, and now that we've fixed the pump, not everything's going to try and kill us, just most things. So yeah. Yeah, the vault is where most of the ghouls lived, and has been their source of... Well, no, the pump was their source of water, the water chip took... The functioning water chip in the vault took over afterwards, but also the super mutants moved in and kind of blockaded everything, making things a little bit dicey. Meant that everybody had to negotiate with them for the water, which was, from the perspective of the ghouls, not so good, because it was basically a hostile force holding up their lifeblood, although it's mostly from the perspective of Set. The guys underground didn't really care, they just traded one set of overlords for another. Done. Open the door. Just freeing a ghoul. Whoops. They pump it up from the wells below. There was a manhole in a cell next door that leads to the old vault. This is the source of water. If it weren't for the ones below, we would be a lot better off. What do you mean? It's difficult to make the well old take work properly. Sometimes the glowing ones lash out at us whenever we go down there. Our schools just leave them alone. The big mutants don't seem to care one bit. Good luck. Bye. I'm gonna go down and shoot some of those guys because it's a good experience. Oh no! I'm gonna go back and shoot. Gonna go back and go and see a bookcase. And hopefully get Tycho out of my way so that I don't have to yell at him. Okay, he's got shiny metal armor, and well, he's... yeah, whatever. Down we go. Yes, the glowing ones, these things. They're a little bit more dangerous than the average for a ghoul, but not by much because they're still basically unarmed. Wait, hang on, were you guys sentient? Oops. As far as I can tell, all glowing ghouls were mentally deranged, but I think I might have just stuffed up. Anyway, well, they're both dead now, so, oops, I guess, if he was. The vault looks particularly scavenged. You think to yourself that nothing of value could possibly remain. However, the vault still functions, and the water comes down from here, so we're going to go get the valuable thing for us. It's probably going to be a level 3, but in the meantime, I'm just going to go shoot these chaps. See, glowing ghoul. Cool. Stop ignoring me! Well, that got his attention. There's not actually much to loot down here. The ghouls took most of it when they left. In the meantime, these guys protect what little is left. Mostly by being insane and crazy. I'm gonna rip your face off because you got close to me. Zombie things that glow in the dark and are also a bit radioactive. Although, I don't think they actually give you radiation by hitting you, unlike in, like, Fallout 3 and New Vegas. That's fun. That was fun. Having to chew Rad-X so that you could fight if a particular type of enemy was not something that I ever thought I would do. Pardon me. Also, yeah, I am going to have to go back to the book and shoot him, because I need his supply of Rad-X. And right away, because there's a mission later which you do to get in good with the Brotherhood of Steel that involves a lot of radiation, because you basically have to go investigate a direct strike, like the direct strike point of a nuclear bomb. So, you know, tick, 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 tick. We also need more rope. Alright, there's nothing on these guys. In combat. Yay, 435 experience points. Good-o! One step closer to me leveling up, although I did so because of the repairing thing. Oh, hey, Rad-X! Speaking of. Yeah, it's a drug that's, yeah, I'm not going to try and speculate the exact mechanism of action, but suffice to say, it stops radiation poisoning, which is good. Doesn't really come up besides one instance though, and then in Fallout 2, you really don't need it much at all. Please move, dog meat. Please move. Thank you. Yeah, I've seen the move dog meat dialogue option, and it involves swearing at him. So no thanks. I don't think there's anything around. If there is, yeah, whatever. I don't particularly care. I much prefer prizes lifted off of the dead bodies of enemies, which sounds a bit strange, but whatever. Oh, hey, there's stuff to loot down here, though. Cool. Oh, the oxen free. 2. The third one should kill him if I'm calculating damage resistance correctly. Wow. Yeah, they don't like people coming down here. I don't know who that person was, but I suppose we're going to find out. Oh, also, yeah, the skeleton outside the vault door, I just realized I probably should have mentioned that. That was a dweller once, so you are not the first person that the Overseer has sent on this mission. Which is a bit unfortunate. Yeah, it doesn't bode very well for your success. And yeah, they didn't get very far before they got launched by the rats. Fun. This room looks particularly ransacked, and yet the lockers are still intact. Empty though? Okay, there's nothing to loot in here. Moving on. Yeah, normally there'd be some really, really fancy duds or something in this part of the vault, but yeah, the ghouls took everything with them. And then the super mutants took what was left, I suppose? I'm gonna have to leave Dogmeat behind soon. We're fast getting to the part of the game where, like, you guys saw the laser rifle that Harry was packing. That's, yeah, we're fast getting to the part of the game where he just dies too much to be useful, because you can't upgrade his armor, and I don't think you can level him up to give him more HP. Okay then. Oh yeah, Tycho's actually good at melee weapons. You see a dead ghoul sentry. No, I want to do Mental Merchant. Who's got nothing on him? Cool. Central processing computer dysfunctional. Shutting down the water purification computer, you can hear the repaired water pump working in the distance, bringing water up from must be a deep well under the Acropolis. You gain 1,000 experience for getting a water chip. Cool. And because I didn't shut these guys off from their water source, they aren't going to be overly annoyed at me. But I'm going to shoot them anyway, because it'll do the ghouls a world of good, actually. That's one of the things that the ghoul up above was mentioning, was the fact that trying to repair stuff down here, like, not everything down here works perfectly, and the glowing ones down here would lash out at the ghouls as well, making repairs difficult. And the ghouls tend to try to ignore them. The super mutants didn't care. But I have removed the problem for them, so I hope they're grateful, but whatever. Yeah, said we probably annoyed that I killed ghouls. But you know what, I don't care. So it can go jump. I just realized the irony of Rad-X being in a vault, which got its door cracked open, that led to everybody inside getting radiation poisoning that then turned them into ghouls. Anyway, moving on. So yeah, we are pretty much done with the Necropolis now. There are no more quests to do. Set doesn't want to talk to you again. Trust me, I double checked. And yeah, with the super mutants dead, there's not much for you to do. Apart from maybe shoot the children in the apocalypse, but I'm not planning on doing that. I'm not that murderous. Oh no, they've shifted out. Okay. Yep, and there's nothing in the bookcase. Okay. But yes, this is what was once the city of Bakersfield. It's now Necropolis. However, it was the city of Bakersfield in a very... yeah, the architectural styles were quite different, as you can see here. Very 1950s in some ways. But then again, different in others. Which I think is something that the later Fallout games end up missing, is that, sure, some of the inspiration for, the aesthetic of everything was the 1950s. But at the same time, there were bits of it that were not. Like, society had progressed, it hadn't just stalled. Am I suffering from radiation poisoning or something? I drank a Nuka-Cola earlier, and that's... might be giving me problems. I don't know. Because it gave me like 5 radiation in 2 sequence. Anyway, moving on. Yeah, there are also quests that you can do within the vault. If you come back, you know, there's like a, basically it's a quest to seek out Sedition versus the Overseer, and find out who's been stealing water. Cassidy, you just broke everything. I mean, Tycho. Better. You can milk that for all it's worth, but I'm not going to. I prefer to just get the job done and get it back to them so that they can stop dehydrating dead. And so we head downward. There's the Vault's Overseers on the 3rd floor. Also, logistics. There are, what? Less than 500 people in the Vault. Because trying to put that many character models in a Vault would, like, crash the computers that this was designed for. And the Vault only has 3 levels with limited space. Like, the living quarters on the 2nd level are it. So, somebody didn't do the math on, like, the populations and interbreeding and that kind of thing. Basically, we should all have 3 thumbs by now.
Have you found the chip? Well, you've certainly earned that right. But let's take care of survival first. Give me the chip and we'll discuss this when you give your report. Okie dokie, one moment, the chip is initializing. There it goes. Self-test is green. Reboot is good. Ha! It's working! And it looks like we have a winner! Oh, you've saved us. You've done it. Nothing? No. Oh no. It was something. Don't downplay what you've done. You've saved a lot of lives. All right. Now we need a report on what's out there. Please, go to the library.
And I level up. You gain 7,000 experience for returning your water chip and saving the vault. Congratulations, you've gained a level. You log your reports in the library computer system. You should return to the Overseer to finalize your progress. Which means that I get to put more points into Unarmed. Yay. It's only level 8, so I don't have to worry about stuff yet. And it's another 3,000 experience before I level up to level 9. Oh, I am irradiated. Whatever. More heads. I have 5 radiation, whatever. And this is the Vault Library. Learning machines are connected to the central core. They teach the inhabitants knowledge and skills. Yeah. Basically, a giant underground shelter with everything you could ever want or need to repopulate the surface, except it doesn't work very well, in some respects.
I just wanted to let you know that the water supply is stabilized. Actually, we're rebuilding our reserves. You did great. I am a little concerned, however. I don't like your reports. What was in the reports, that is.
Pardon me.
In fact, they scared the heck out of me. It's those mutants. I've done some calculations and... well, I've come to an unpleasant conclusion. The mutant population is far greater than could be expected by natural growth or mutations. This leads me to believe in... I don't really understand it, but it looks like someone's generating new mutants, and at a startling rate. Exactly. And as you've probably guessed, none of these mutations could have occurred naturally, even with the radiation from the war.
Ghouls, there's some about that, but everything in the initial game that was a bit weird was actually blamed on, well, you'll see, but suffice to say, radiation wasn't the only thing that did it. It was the later games that turned it into radiation does anything, which, to be fair, it did lend its... yeah, I'll talk more about that later.
As long as someone is creating hostile mutants at this rate, the Vault's safety is at stake. Find and destroy this lab as soon as you can.
Isn't this from like Henry V or something?
You have no idea how sorry I am to send you back out.
Actually, I have a fairly good idea. You don't want to send me back out because it means that I am exposed to experiences outside your vault, which reduces the amount of control you have of... like... basically, I am introduced to new ideas, which means that I might spread those new ideas to people, which would reduce the amount of control you have, considering that, yeah, one of the things was find rebels, and they were getting sick and wanted to move out of... the rebels wanted to move out of the vault. They wanted to move out into the wasteland like they should have done, but, you know, the Overseer, on the other hand, had his orders and was going to go and no, things aren't safe. As you can see, things are sort of, but not at the same time. Depends on where you go. But I sort of agree with him, I sort of don't. The entire population of the Vault just upping and moving out into the wasteland would go hilariously badly, because there are a bunch of wet behind the ears civilians who don't really know enough, don't know a lot about Vault life. There's a bunch of rats. Cool. And the other thing is, like, I know that I have picked up skills at an astonishing rate, but the thing about a player character is they're usually an anomaly. Most of the Vault dwellers will probably end up like that skeleton back there, where it's just like, we got eaten by rats, and it's like, what the hell? I mean, yeah, it's very what-ish, but also understandable, because see anybody who isn't good with, like, actually handling animals, trying to handle a live rat. Basically, not everybody is a grade A bad butt like me. Back to the hub. I have some business to attend to. And some stuff to trade in. But, yeah. On the other hand, setting up some kind of, like, training camp exercise thing to give people the necessary skills so that they don't die, but could eventually integrate successfully into the wasteland would be a far more sensible option. However, the Overseer isn't really willing to consider it. He's, yeah, a bit of an old fuddy-duddy in some ways. Yep, okay. Okay, now this is going to be awkward because I am going to have to literally pick the pockets of my companions to get at the stuff that I need, because bartering requires that I exchange something of equal value with them, and I can't do that. Oh yeah, that's right. I gave pretty much everything to Cassidy, didn't I? Tycho, dang it. Steel leather armor. 3 shotguns. Somehow I don't think that I'm gonna have an issue with this. Flares, knife. Gun. Flamer, dang it. Maximum capacity, done. Okay, buff out time so that I can pick up more stuff. But yeah, I think somebody fixed it so that you picking the pockets of your companions doesn't actually cause any issues. Which is good, because otherwise I would be in deep schmahoo right now with him trying to rip my head off for taking stuff out of his pockets. This and oh, hang on, you need 1 shotgun. Which means that I need to load the shotgun. No. Anyway, I'm just gonna trade everything to you here. Yes, here's what I've got. Okay. Smell your 1, 2 macrofusion cells. Cool. I don't know whether you run off of them. More energy cells. Okay, that tells me what the plasma pistol runs off of. 8,350. Hey. Yeah. Flamer fuel. I will be selling the flamer fuel, though, because nothing we do is going to involve flamers at any point. All empty. That. This. Oh yeah. This. That. What am I missing? Just looks like the flamethrower. Let's go 5,000, and then here's a sniper rifle. 15,109. 28,000, so I need another 10,000 caps worth of stuff. I can get 10,000 caps worth of stuff, and that means that I can pitch in with this. Pitch in with this. I think I'm just gonna hand that off. I don't need. Anyway, so you guys know what comes next. Cut to me having put out pretty much all. Yes, the main effect of Mentats is to raise your intelligence, by the way. I don't know if I've mentioned this before, but yeah. Each of the drugs has a variety of stats that it raises. Buff out raises strength and endurance. And agility. Mentats raise your intelligence, perception, and charisma. Because I've got my agility and intelligence at maximum, Mentats raise perception and charisma only, and buff out raises strength and endurance only. Alrighty, now I have something that is not going to, yeah, oh well, it's gonna be interesting. Partly because this thing takes 6 action points to fire. Normally 7 action points to fire aimed, so I'm going to be making a lot of aimed shots, and I'm going to be shooting a lot slower than I was up till now. Oh yeah, give Cassidy the combat shotgun. Tycho, not Cassidy, dang it. Fallout 2's got a bald character, who's similar in many ways. You know, he's one of your best companions, yada yada yada. Who's named Cassidy, so I tend to get the two mixed up. I'm not used to playing with companions in Fallout 1, I'm gonna be completely honest. Anyway, get away so that I'm not scaring the locals. I don't want to scare the locals. What's step 2? Oh yeah, kill Decker. Anyway, I think I've gone on for long enough, so I'm gonna cut the episode here. And then we're gonna resume, and we're gonna kill Decker. Alright. Bye.